Hi everyone, welcome to my weekly messages. I'm Jelaila Star. Today the topic is supporting the new timeline. We all have been working at this, creating this new timeline in which there'll be no war, there'll be a new financial system that frees us from being indentured servants to a small group of globalists who have run this world and would like to see us continue to serve them. And not only us, our children, our great-grandchildren, generations to come. We want to see an end to that financial slavery, if you will, and bringing about a new financial system in which our mortgages are paid, credit cards are paid off. We kind of like zero out and start over, and it's all based on the right principles, based on fairness and equality, integrity. And we want to see, weather changes to where our weather goes back to something normal so that we can produce abundant crops. We want to be able to have technology that heals us and also provides free energy. All these things that we are wanting to manifest, we call the new timeline. And we're in the process. It is starting to happen, but we have to keep energizing it. And the way that we energize it is through positive intentions, prayers, whatever you choose to call it, and keeping our spirits up. Because when we are down and we're in fear, we're feeding the old timeline that we're on now that will lead to World War III and bad things happening and all the stuff we don't want. So I thought about this and I thought, what do I want to talk about today? Well, what I wanted to talk about today was just a couple of things that I found that when I'm down, these lift me up fairly quickly, and they work more often than not. I mean, they work a lot. So I wanted to share those with you in case you are struggling like I am to keep your spirits up. I mean, I'm struggling because I'm moving through grief. So it's always hard to keep your spirits up when you're working through the grieving process. But I know I need to do that right now. Some of you may still be grieving, maybe not over a departed loved one, but maybe you've lost your home, maybe you've lost people in your life through divorce or whatever's going on. So I guess in a way, many of us are grieving over different things, over many things that are being lost right now. So how do we lift our spirits? Well, here's a couple of things. One of the things I found will tend to cause me to kind of grind down to a very depleted position is that I'm going too fast. Time is sped up. We're living 16 hours. We're living 24 hours and 16 now. And there's just this low level of stress that continues on a constant basis when we seem to be going faster and faster, trying to keep up and trying to get things done. I mean, how often do you wake up and before you know it, the day is over? And you go, where did the time go? It just flew by. I mean, I now measure time in decades. I mean, it's just the year is almost gone, guys. It's October 1st. Can you believe it? It seems like it was just yesterday. It was January 1st, 2012, and now we're through almost all of this year. So what do? I slow down. I actually make myself walk slower, talk slower, and breathe. I notice I'm going so fast, I don't even breathe. I mean, I'm breathing, but it's very shallow breathing. So when I stop, it's like my inner child's going, oh, thank God. She's like a child being drugged by the hand every single day, just unable to keep up. God knows what her shins and her ankles look like because I know she hasn't been able to run fast enough with me. So I can almost feel her, sighing in relief that I'm finally slowing down because she needs to slow down. So that relief brings a smile to my inner child's face and thus a smile to mine, and I feel my spirits lift because, like I said, they can be I can get very down and negative because I'm going too fast. The second thing I'm doing is I am giving blessings. I call them my morning blessings. This really helps for those of you who have lost someone close to you in the last few years. Instead of waking up with that memory of the fact that I've lost him hitting me every day, which it does when you go through the grief process, instead what happens is I wake up and of course they're immediately on my mind, but I don't focus on the negative. What I do is I immediately start a conversation with them. And it's my dad and my brother Keith, and I send them blessings. I say to my dad, I bless you today, Dad. I hope you have a wonderful time in heaven, that you read something fantastic that you really love. Maybe you go sailing, maybe you and Keith play cricket on the lawn of some big castle in England. My dad's family, my grandparents are from England. And then I said to my brother Keith, I wish you beautiful rainbows in heaven. I wish you a great time in the library, and that you too, because they're both avid readers, find something that just totally enraptures you. And you meet people and you have fun and you have a great time today in heaven. And I focus on just doing that with them and thanking them for helping me and for being there for me, because that leads me to my next thing. I've noticed that in this process of grief, when you have losses that you don't understand and you don't see any value in, if you keep looking, you'll find value. And one of the things I found is that, and some of you, hopefully most of you understand this, is that when we die, it isn't over. It's like we're walking from one room to another. And we're still there, we're still alive, but we're just not in a physical form anymore. And I sense that there are people that want to stay connected to us and want to help us. In fact, they know that the changes are coming, and they know there's a great shift, and they want to be able to assist us because it helps them. We always love to help other people. And it helps them in their growth. So I kind of... I've made an agreement with my dad and my brother that they would become guides for me or angels for me. And I thank them now for helping me every day. I see signs that my dad is around a lot. I saw a sign that my brother was around yesterday when I was walking. I'll give you this example. I was walking in the woods with the dogs, taking them on the trails. And all of a sudden I got this idea to contact his former girlfriend, Martha, and let her know that his headstone was going to be set tomorrow. And as soon as that thought popped into my head, the song on my iPod switched to the song that we knew was his song, which was Sunshine on My Shoulders. We played it at his funeral. It was the last song he was listening to in his truck before he went off to take his life. And it's a very special song. And then the next song that came on after that was I Just Want to Hang Around You by George Benson. And then the final one was My Girl. And that was the song he and Martha had. That was his song to her. And I knew he was trying to tell me that he wanted her to know that he was around. And he wanted me to know that he was near and wanted to remain around. So it was very comforting. And that lifted my spirits. My dad sends me all kinds of signs. For him, it's always change, like nickels and dimes and quarters and pennies. And in one day when I was having a really bad day, I found a penny and I found a dime on the very same day. And I just knew my dad was saying, I know things are tough, but I'm right here, kiddo. I'm right here. I want you to know I love you. So that brings a smile. So morning prayers and having a connection to people who've crossed over so that they can continue to assist you and you can build a relationship with them, and which in some ways may be better than what you had when they were with you on this earth, because they were like with my brother who took his life. He had debilitating, crippling depression. And like he said, I can be closer to you now than I ever was in life. And I can be there for you. So I know that those are the kinds of things that lift my spirits. You're probably going to find little things that lift your spirits too. But the thing is that we start to really stay conscious of those and use those tools to help us during this time. Because we have 3 months left. No, let's see, April, we got October. Yeah, 3 months left to get through. And what we do now is going to be so critical because it's a cumulative effect that when we cross that galactic equator at the end of this year, and we move to that field of energy, we're going to start manifesting based on what we crossed with. So hopefully this will help you. And if you have any stories you want to share, leave them on the comments section, and I will open the comments for this particular video. And I'll talk to you next week. Take care. Bye. I just want to hang around.